Aries, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your October shift reading. So we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of in the month of October, the shape you shift into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Aries, as I'm sitting with your energy, I'm feeling really excited and a little mystified, and I kind of feel like rubbing my hands together because it's a sensation of having waited for something, or waiting for the time to be right and then diving into something. And it feels a little mischievous, and I like that. That feels like a really good thing. It feels like a wild energy, and it feels sexy, frankly. Okay, so the image that I'm seeing is the birds kept changing, but I'm seeing birds circling. Are they ravens? Are they vultures? Are they hawks even? But they seemed more like darker birds, and I don't know if it's because we're moving into Halloween and Samhain and this type of energy, but that's very much the energy of October that I'm feeling in this reading. And so this energy of birds circling, waiting for the moment, waiting for the time to be right, because vultures, they may circle prey that they see, it's not quite time yet, but the prey is struggling. And okay, I don't think that kind of dark, waiting for something to die image is necessarily right for you. It feels more like circling above something, and then realizing, okay, now, and going in for it and getting to feast on whatever this is. So that's a really exciting image. I love it. Let's go to cards. All right, slow holler deck here in October for Aries. First asking, what is the shape that Aries is shifting out of in the month of October? Okay, we're getting two cards here. Okay, maybe death is part of this, actually. Spoke too soon, perhaps. Death energy and Eight of Knives. We're going to keep pulling. Okay. The shape Aries is shifting into in October. The shape that Aries is shifting into in the month of October. Okay, two more cards. Wow. Ooh, very different energy. Two of Stones and the Page of Cups. The Student of Vessels. All right, and let's get one card in between this shapeshift for Aries in October. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, Aries. This is what it feels like. This is what I mean by that energy of October. It's very scorpionic. It is this Halloween energy. It feels like this. It feels like Three-Eyed Raven, frankly. It feels like, this is the Judgment card, and it says awakening in this deck, which I really love. I find that to be spot on because it is something, a new way of seeing emerging out of the dark. And it's the kind of energy, this is a major arcana card. This is the kind of larger energy that changes everything based on whatever emerges out of this period of darkness. And as I'm saying period of darkness, I'm really feeling, let's switch it, this energy here. A period of the old life, the old you, the old whatever this is, okay? something composting, something having died, something having, metaphorically speaking, is usually what this card is speaking towards. Something coming to an end. This is also interesting because the blindfold here, not being able to see your way out of the thicket. So what I'm getting from this Eight of Swords, not being able to see your way out of your own, sometimes this can be your own thought patterns that would keep you dancing at the knife's edge, is actually what I want to say. Which is like, again, I'm feeling this energy of it's kind of sexy, that's kind of sexy, but also there's awakening here. It's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to, I think, pick your way out of this maze of knives. And knives in the tarot, swords in the tarot represent mental energy or thoughts, mental, emotional energy. It's time to pick your way out of that, because whatever this is associated with something that is passing out of your life, a phase of your life, again, because this is major arcana, it's larger energy, a phase of your life that is coming to a close. And those thoughts or belief systems or perspectives that were associated with that time in your life are what you are now, I believe, awakening out of in a very big way. And then we move into Two of Stones, Student of Vessels. So Two of Stones is sort of weighing something up, there's like a delicate balance being reached here when it comes to matters of the heart. See that? It's like there's something about this Two of Stones energy that's teetering on the edge of something, or trying to maintain a delicate balance here in October when it comes to emotional matters of the heart, things that, it could be romantic energy, it could be some sort of emotional balance that's trying to be maintained. Because I'm looking at these white caps in the background, the rough seas of the Page of Vessels, which is the element of water, okay, emotional energy. So there's perhaps some tumultuous energy that the student, right, you are learning to navigate. You are learning to take your heart outside of your chest, put it in this transparent container where it can be seen by you, it can be seen by others, and yet it's still protected. That's a delicate balance. A very, very delicate balance of, okay, what's the difference here between emotional availability, transparency, and honesty, and a lack of boundaries when it comes to emotional sharing or giving, or it is a very delicate balance. Even something as light as a feather or a butterfly can tip those scales one way or the other. And I feel, for some reason, I feel like that's okay. I feel like it's like if the scales get tipped, that's how you know you've crossed a boundary one way or the other, and you can pull back in response to that. It's sort of like a litmus test, actually, to help you see where you end and others begin, especially if this is talking about relationships. And it doesn't have to be entirely romantic. It could be navigating friendships, navigating coworker relationships, but absolutely navigating romance. Trying to find that balance it's a process of like beginner's mind when it comes to the heart. And there's something really sweet about it. I actually just got the image of feasting on this heart, which might be a little graphic for some, but I'm finding it really, I'm really into it because there's something super vibrant and alive about this like blood-soaked meaty heart, you know? It's if this is your heart or heart energy in your life, remember how I saw the vulture sort of waiting for the moment. Perhaps you've been waiting for whatever this energy is to completely compost, you know, to completely make its, and also death talks about transformation, you know, to completely meet its final threshold, to cross over into this entirely other form. Hear the birds? I think maybe it's a crow, I don't know. And whatever emerges out of the darkness, which to me the darkness is like the brand new clean slate unknown, you know, it's like this fresh new, like in the beginning type energy. Whatever emerges from that, I think Aries is a bit brand new to you, whether this is navigating relationships with others or navigating your own emotional heart energy with yourself, even like a brand new experience of yourself emotionally. That's again very heart-centered and really emotionally open. And so again, it is this delicate balance of learning how to sail those seas. And all I can say to you is just like beginner's mind, and also yes, feast, because remember the vultures circling and then they kind of realized, okay, it's time, the transition has happened, whatever this is has crossed over, we can now play our role, we can now do what we came here to do, which is feed and feast, right? We've been waiting for this, and so it's just like time to dive in. And as you dive in, it's okay if you are finding the balance to be quite delicate in like wanting to just devour and also wanting to savor. Okay, that's kind of what it feels like. The balance between devouring and savoring has to do with pace, if that's helpful. Pace and presence. There's something also really sticking out to me about the fish scales. I like how they continue up into the upper body here, so that it's not like this is one half of you and this is another half of you, Aries. It's talking about integration of the halves of your body for whatever reason. It's like part of the lower body, I don't know, there's like half fish, half human is speaking of transformation. And I've been talking about like making the full transition or like changing form, transformation, all of the things that have to do with death energy. And here we see like half this, half that kind of energy. So if that's something that resonates, take it. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm just like, it's like navigating new waters and having this fishtail now to navigate. It's exciting. It's beautiful. You know, it's almost like coming out of this dancing at the knife's edge. I don't know why that's the specific phrase that is coming forward from this card, but it's like coming out of that. You've got, here you don't have very much room to move. You know what I mean? Like there's all this limitation, which again can be kind of hot. Okay, I am feeling a little bit of like rare energy associated with this. Like that feeling up against those edges can be really exciting and can be pleasurable and can be a really useful experience. And also, maybe what's happening in this reading is it's time for a change. It's time for that energy to shift into this energy, which is much more emotionally saturated. Suddenly, this one has a different physicality to work with, which allows them to navigate deeper waters, whereas this is sort of more up in the head. This is more in the heart. So there's a shift from the head to the heart happening. Yeah, it's just like working with different physical tools, working with different emotional tools, making some sort of shift here. And it's not that, it's no less, what am I trying to say? It's like, I was feeling that pleasure in playing at the knife's edge. And this is no less pleasurable. It's just very different. It's just very different territory to navigate. And you can't stay here forever. You'll never move. Okay, so now it's time to dive in. Yeah. Interesting, Aries, very interesting. We're gonna keep pulling cards now into an extended reading. I'm gonna use a bunch of other decks, see if we can get more specific with this reading. If you'd like to join me for that extended, click the link in the description box below and that will take you over to Patreon. Patreon is an online community I've created for folks who like my work and want to go deeper. If that sounds like you, head on over there. Please read the description when you get there so you know how Patreon works and you know the process it will take to get your extended reading. And once you head over there, I will send you the extended for October and we can keep diving into these cards. All right, Aries, thanks for joining me here. Take care. And again, it is a delicate balance. Temperance tells us to find that delicate balance and to allow ourselves to make, how am I trying to say this? It's like, Two of Stones is about balance. Temperance is about balance because you're tempering something. You're not living for that rush, but you're also not completely trapping yourself and limiting yourself and holding yourself back. It's like this touch and go kind of like trying to stay on a hill in a stick shift, like a little bit of gas, a little bit of brake, a little bit of gas, a little bit of brake. Finding that perfect rhythm, that perfect balance. And then we're starting to make magic. And again, it's like learning how to do that. Student of Vessels, learning how to do that.